We are muted. Yes. Let me try that again. Let's go back this way and then go back this way. Greetings, Lunarians. Welcome to the Stellar Arcade. I'm your host, Valko Sonari. We're back with Tales of Arise action on a Saturday. Hopefully everybody can hear me now, but right now, hopefully we get into LENEGIS today. I'm not ready to continue the story just yet, but we are in front of a big-ass tower right now. And I probably am not ready for it. It seems like a bonus dungeon or a post-game dungeon. Whatever. I'm going to see what's up with it. If it's way too much and then we lose a lot of resources, I'll just reload and then continue with the story. But we're going to try today. So, how are you, DJ? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I saw the pics in the Discord, so very, very cool. Did you post a pic of the that console or whatever, the PS4 console? Loud and clear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. All right. Yes, things have been busy with the new music project. If people don't know yet, I did launch my music project with my friend Brute Squad, who's in the Discord as well. But people are curious about that. I will post a link in the chat. But all you need to do is ask. It's also, I need to make a channel for it in my own Discord server so we can...
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
That's not a good time. Whoa! Okay, okay. We actually fall down here. So. Okay, well, the point of no return. There you go. Keeping it in the box, it is a Japanese one. Oh, it's in a Japanese console? FF15? That's even more dope.
Where do we go?
I say up. I sense presence is below us, but not as large.
Up it is then.
Up it is, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll take their advice this time around. Normally I'm stubborn and like to go the opposite way. Whatever. Yeah, the Japanese Final Fantasy 15 PS4 console. That is one hell of a buy. And you found that here in the States, like on vacation.
Steps upon steps. Why would someone build this?
Not to live in, I'm guessing.
Oh.
Right? It would take someone real kooky to build all this.
Right.
Yeah, it reminds me of the tower in FF9, where the Knight of Pluto was climbing the stairs and he runs out of breath. There is stuff at the bottom. Okay, okay, so is it worth going down? I will go down, but is it worth going down? Like, is there like something that I can't get past, or is there like really high level enemies down there? I mean, you feel free to surprise me with that, but there is like loot at the bottom. If that's the case. Okay, okay, she's got me too. This is stupid. It's not stupid, it's actually good. That was my first intention anyways. We're going down. I'm convinced. All you had to say was there is stuff at the bottom. I can't remember. I know there are items down there. Okay. Okay. We'll test the waters here. I have no idea where that entrance was. Okay. Yeah, I see the ladder there. Wait. Is there a ladder back here, or is that just going up? I'm so sorry. I'm not used to this place yet. Oh, that's the entrance, right? Yes, okay, alright, we're straight. Turn me around, DJ. Oh, I'm here for it, it's fine. If there is loot to be had, then let's have it. Okay. We're gonna descend like this. We're probably safe to fall, but I don't care. Or that. That's fine too. Okay. Lower level. Don't know enemies yet. I'm waiting for it. Prepared. Or am I prepared? That is the question. Yeah, we got some stuff here, so right. Do we jump on top of that? Is that a possibility to do that? Seems like a sort of a puzzle thingy. We can't. Okay, alright.
I forgot to look before I leaped.
I definitely would have made that. 100%. Alright, there's loot. I see it. We're gonna grab this first if they don't aggro. Awakening Pebble. Okay. Think he'll be fine. All right, let's try to take on these bird brains here. 66. All right.
Let me know if you need healing.
Sara's already in overlimit. Let's go.
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
We got flyers.
I've got this.
Okay, they got bukus of HP, which is gonna test my attrition here for sure in the entire level. Ooh, damn, that got me. Let's go, Kasara. Like her new dreads? Yeah, man. Or threads.
Here's a healing arm.
Ignite.
Okay, one's almost gone here.
You must be tired feeling me. I'm merely doing what I can to help. Life run out.
Can handle this.
Here I come. Strike.
Ah!
You're mine. Begin.
It's in your hands now.
Swallow blade. Try this.
This one's
Brutal
healing.
force. Last the shot.
Bring you back from death's abyss.
Lunar Rondo.
Bring you back from death's abyss.
I'll burn it all.
I got it. Again. Let's go.
Flaming pillar. Fire.
Oh yeah, man.
Healed myself.
Here's a healing arm. Where are you going? If it's in the sky,
No, I had the burst strike. I saw it.
This one's all mine. Swallow blade. Last the shot.
where are you going? Hurricane.
What? Why did that drop?
Strike.
Why is the burst strike dropping there?
You're already
I owe you one. You picked the wrong fight. Take this. I'm not done. Try
Okay, we're doing okay here, yo. It's not too bad.
frozen.
We are losing a lot of HP though, so testing the length of the dungeon might be a problem.
I couldn't make it.
Damn it.
I could do without. You're mine.
Resuscitation.
Strike.
Will this help?
Lunar Rondo.
I have to train harder.
Did you tackle this dungeon, DJ?
Their arcs were interrupted. And just like that, I'm back in it. Start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done.
Try this.
Resuscitation confiscated. Back into the fray.
I don't know if that helps, but I did it.
Resonate with be let free.
Burning line. Going in. Far enough.
Hurricane.
Wait.
It's over.
If it's in the sky, it's mine. I never miss. Radiant power. Time to shine.
Here I come.
On guard.
Okay. These bird brains are taking a while, yo.
Energy. Full throttle. Blazing storm.
You're mine. You escape. Last shot.
Raising you apart.
Lunar Rondo. Here I come. No escape. The flame inside me yearns to be let free.
Hurricane
You're
spear.
mine.
Here's evil.
You're done. Burn.
Here goes. This one's mine. Hurricane strike.
How many hits, man? A lot. We're just gonna burn out on CP by hitting HP sponges here, dude.
Glacial spear.
Lunar Rondo. Take this. I'm not done. Soaring lightning. Strike.
Leave the charges to me.
Lunar Rondo. Orochi Fury.
Hurricane, make it rain. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
There.
Hurricane.
Going in. None shall escape my judgment. Hurricane strike.
The flame
are you
inside me
going?
yearns to be let free.
Look sharp.
Lunar Rondo. I'm ready. Take this.
Over. Astral energy. Full throttle.
Zax, what's good, man?
Freezing storm.
Take this.
Look sharp.
Strike. You're mine. No escape. Hurricane thrust. Searing gale.
Do it.
River.
Astral energy.
Isn't really a dungeon. There's this crew and an optional boss at the top who probably is a bit too much right now. I kind of figured.
Good
Yeah.
to know my training's paying
We'll
off.
explore it though, so if we can like come out of here with some loot and just come back to the boss later, then that's perfectly fine by me. So we got? Omega Elixir, which was all allies' HP as well as heals KO and physical ailments. That's being saved for a very rainy day. Very, very rainy day. I'm all over here. Where you at? Just saw you. Okay. Is that all that's at the bottom? It seems so. Just several crazy ass birds and some loot there. Omega Elixir. Okay. Worth it. I might actually take the time to... Well, no, I can't. Well, no, I can fast travel. What am I saying? Hang on. Let me do this. Hold up. Go here. Go here. It's way over here, but we can do like a free heal pose. Hang on. Nah, we're fine. We're fine. Let's just keep going. Okay. Well, that was... I thought there'd be like a huge portion down there, right? But it was just like one little level. Some birds that weren't too hard. Just a lot of hits, man. That level. What's the weekend plans for people, huh? It's probably going to be more of a chill weekend for me. I need that. Might get a good solid 2 hours in today on this. Feeling like it should be a bit of a longer one. We're getting FF7 vibes, Shinra Tower climbing the stairs right now.
This astral energy is incredible.
It's so thick here. Even we can sense it.
Get ready, everybody.
I was born ready. Nothing can surprise me.
Whoa, 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 whoa. How do we move this? Oh, this is a secret entrance right here. I noticed the dot on the mini map there. How do we open this? Oh. I mean, preparing for anime convention, going to next weekend. Sweet. Where's the con? Oh, damn. Oh my god, that's a big bird. That's a big bird. Is that part of the fight right now? Yep, 100%. I see it on the top. Oh my god. Is this what you were talking about, Zax? This is level 70. Yeah. Okay. Jesus.
I'm nearly done for. Not burn.
Alright, birds. Relax. Relax. I'm gonna take these guys out very quickly. I feel like we're gonna get interrupted very soon from the big guy. Or the mom. We'll call it the mom. Looks like a mom.
Okay, here I go.
Big bird boss, yeah.
I'm not done.
Did you tackle the big bird boss? Priscilla?
Even I can't
I love the name.
Everyone, look out!
Here I come.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! Oh my god! That scared the shit out of me! No warning! No warning whatsoever.
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until
Kasara, I think we can get through this. Listen to you. Get the fuck out of here. That was ridiculous, dude. Look at this thing. Oh my god.
feels like.
Come on, you have to hold on.
Ah. Yeah, same as the fire boss. Dolim? Wait, what the hell? Why are we stuck? Why are we stuck? There's no status effects. Why are we stuck? Excuse me? People, move! Is this supposed to happen?
Newcomers, let's welcome them. Watch the ones up above, too!
Shit. Okay.
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
It's like, why is Dolim not healing me? He was just standing there.
Swallow blade!
On guard.
Burn!
A freezing storm. Look sharp.
You're mine! I'm not done!
Inferno storm.
Searing gale!
Come on, dude. I evaded that shit. I saw it coming.
Glacial fire.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, we're not ready for this.
Now my clothes.
We are definitely not ready for this.
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with love. Resuscitation!
That first hit when it came through the fucking wall, man, like, that was cheap as hell. No warning whatsoever, just dead right away.
I'm not done!
So dumb.
Lunar Rondo! Tear! Searing gale! Ah!
Bullshit. No. Alphen, get out of it.
Can't move!
Why am I locked, man? Why am I locked in that? That is stupid. One more try.
Look up there.
I see it.
What the hell is
The
that?
big boy.
Please tell me we don't have to fight that.
We'll worry about that later. There are things on the ground to deal with first.
On the ground, everything's in the air. Are you dumb?
I'll face you. Swallow blade!
Into the shadows.
Airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for you.
Hey, I probably won't do anything if there's no targets. I'm a target. I'm on the ground. I'm KO'd. I am the target. Hit me with your healing. I'm not a fan of that little mechanic there. Like, okay, locked if there's no targets. That is so stupid. You could be healing in that downtime. Oh God, is he gonna charge?
That thing's headed this way. Even I can't
Seen
stop
it.
that. Everyone, look out.
Okay, we evaded that one. I saw him coming that time. Fuck. Okay, no targets. We're just gonna sit here and wait. Man, that was something else. How do we target this thing? We can't.
Newcomers?
Ooh.
Watch the ones up above, too!
We just have to outlast this shit.
You picked the wrong fight! You're mine!
I never miss.
Swallow blade!
We just gotta keep an eye on him. Or her. I've dubbed it the mom, so I'm trying to say her here. Whatever. Ooh, I evaded that. Did you see that? See that?
Take this!
Party got out of that too. Not too bad.
They smite with blackened blade!
Denied. Let them
Orochi's Fury is not working well because of wind element right now.
Where are you going? If it's in the sky, it's
Ugh.
a freezing storm.
Take this!
This one's mine.
Ignite!
Glacial spear.
Another incantation ruined.
Freeze Lancer.
You're mine!
Ooh, no! I tried to evade it. Fuck.
You're bruised all over.
Oof.
You even notice?
Guess I got carried away.
I'm not always going to be around to heal you.
Damn. I should have just used the normal one.
No rest for the wicked.
That's what the Omega Elixir is for. This event right here. We have treats. Not quite. No, I evaded.
This is some punishment.
Excuse me with that hit, bird? Okay, we ain't ready. Nope, I'm not gonna diminish the combat difficulty. No way. Not after all this time. Okay, I guess we are reloading here, so. Yeah. That is tough. Nope, I can't show that. So we do a continue then just fail. Yep. Okay. I wonder what's behind here though. I guess it unlocks when we defeat the bird. So, It is cool here this morning, but it's going to close to 80 today. That's not bad. So, in light of our weakness here, we do something else. I know that the 2 Seashore was high level, right? Thistlein. What's this? Wait, is this a turn-in right now? Missing lover. Hang on. Go here, real quick. No doubt we can do these later,
We've
so
reached our
I'm okay to
destination.
go to LENEGIS here in a minute, so. Kagari.
No way.
Pass through this.
Agreed.
Oh, young love. Oh, we had a new recipe right there. Sweet. Fateful matchmaker. Okay. We have a cure. Is this elements, right? No, it's an advanced healing art that greatly restores one ally's HP. Yeah, done. Done. I did get a recipe, yes. Yeah, there are side quests, but they're high level, right? Best to come back to it, right? Sonic Spear. Rush with her. Let's see. Here. Let's do the rod extension time limit here. Okay.
I must say, I wasn't expecting you to be the one to spoil their reunion.
This one was also high level, right? We had to bail out of that. Is this a... This is the main quest. Yeah, that's the main quest. We go there in a minute. Snow Plains. I'm not sure. You can let me know, but... Yeah, I can do all the side quests, but... Clearly not some. Some are just too high right now, and it wastes my resources. Right, yeah, I'll come back to him. Oops. Okay. There is a merchant right here, right? Isn't that a merchant? Rest area right here. CP right here. Probably to repair the ship.
Well, it was the same with Alphen and Shion. Too much affection can be hard to bear. In fact, you look sort of pleased, Dohalim.
I have the privilege of witnessing their new start together. Few things can mar such joy.
Oy, oy, oy.
What if
Okay.
it were you?
What indeed?
Can we forge anything else? Oh man, we can't take this to the final fight. Assuming that's what is awaiting us. Green flashbang shield. That's a dope looking shield, dude. Craft that for the cosmetic. Oh, I think we're pretty much out, right, of resources here. Yeah. Yep. Be able to return to Dana after you go to space. Yeah, I would hope so. Yeah. Okay. No accessories. We're fine right now. I'm sure we'll be able to up there at some point. But we do need to replenish some items. So that. Okay. We didn't use any orange gels, which is nice. These way too pricey. I like the CP recovery, but still way too much. Heavy treats are too much. Everything's too much. We 3 of these. 1,000. Omegas are 20k. Wow, that's quite a bit. Let's see. I'm good with 2 more of these right here. Wait. I was in the sell menu. Right. Let's reload that. Sorry. It happens, right? It's recorded. No denying it. So. For breakfast this morning, chat. I'm feeling some steak and eggs. Okay, let's do the right thing this time,
I
please.
think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
Okay. Very quickly, we will just regular feed, nothing fancy. Always do a rapig. Always do a rapig. We'll do a sheep. Chicken. Horse. Perfect. Okay, buy. Here we go. Sell the gold chunk. Yeah, that buy. There we go. Okay, I want 2 of these, right? 2 of those are fine. Let's see. Life bottle. Okay. That should be fine by me. No more upgrades here. Done. Here comes Kasara.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
Her typical quote, but not pop off. But close enough. Yeah, the new recipe should be at the campsite, right? So the campsite is over here. Yeah, we can check it out there. But right here, we have to repair the shit, I assume. Do we have to interact with this right now? I don't think so. I think that's just like there to be there. Okay.
It's funny, isn't it?
What is?
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to LENEGIS? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting LENEGIS.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim is to ensure that both LENEGIS and the Renan homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
The people of LENEGIS?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us. If places like Menancia can do it, then why can't we?
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on LENEGIS who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on LENEGIS. And wherever she is, we should find the Renaissance too.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Shion can finally get rid of her thorns. Shion?
Huh? Yeah.
Are they sleeping sitting? Not me, fam. My neck. God bless. Bad for me.
Where? Shion?
That armor's sick, just saying. That new skin. Disbanded? What? Alright.
Where did Shion go?
Take on the rest of the game solo.
Go off on her own.
Everybody's asleep. Wake up.
She's not over there.
Okay.
Where did she run
I'm
off?
blocked.
Shion. Shion. Shion!
Whoa.
It's your thorns? But why? You okay? Just now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
Stay out of my way.
Wait a second. Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
I won't let you.
I mean it.
I know why she's doing it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
If that's the case, then go ahead and shoot me!
I see why she's doing it. Yep.
Do you remember back when I was stabbed? By Volron?
Yeah. I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time. The first time was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
I believe you, Shion. But tell me how is something like that possible?
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me.
Oh no.
I have no idea why. But my thorns will never let me die.
Oh no.
At least not before I'm meant to.
You can't die before your death?
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death. I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I
That's
want
why.
to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but you... Wait. The whole reason you needed the Renaissance was to get rid of your thorns, right?
If I burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
It is brilliant. Yeah. Right.
That was the plan. But then I met all of you. And before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
Don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you. There's still time to.
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well. It was only a suspicion at first, but ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since LENEGIS, when the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens,
They will consume all existence.
Ridiculous.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Renaissance on your own
Yeah.
and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
But that's... too much. It's way too much.
when this all began, I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Danans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die, but I don't want to. Not now that I have this. I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way.
Shion!
Alvin?
Living for the sake of dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this?
Alvin.
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen. We can fight this. We'll fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else, too?
Shion, what do you want? It's your decision, ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
No, you won't be alone. I'll fight as well.
Count me in as well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
And me too. I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
You guys...
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope.
Huh?
Shion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have some connection to her thorns.
There's the song.
The true nature of which, I imagine we will discover as we make our way to LENEGIS and uncover the truth of what's unfolding here.
I take it you mean we might find a way to get rid of her thorns and she'll live?
It's certainly possible. Though I suspect the nature of the Sovereign is connected somehow.
So be it. I've already lost everything I had once. And I won't let it happen again. Shion. No matter what happens from now on, we're right here with you. All of us are. You are not alone.
Morning, Downing. What's up, man? Heavy scene right here. Boy, feeling for Shion right now.
You guys. You're all so stubborn. Thank
Yep.
you.
It's already too late. I'm gonna get muted for that. It's fine.
right now. In a little while longer, I just want to hold on to this dream. And most of all, more than anything else, I want to be with all of you. So let's go.
Ooh, goosebumps. She,
To LENEGIS.
she finally was able to let go of that, that stress, man. Get on her face. Finally able to open up and then admit what she really wants. So, a great scene. All right. That was very heavy. Let's talk.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands, so many clues, yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Or that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelagian. When her thorns went wild,
Yeah.
they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
I was thinking about
So
that
you think
place.
those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
I also have that question.
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within LENEGIS. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
Right.
Okay, theory time. Do not tell me if I am right, obviously, but my theory is that final boss will be Shion's thorns. We're gonna get up to LENEGIS. Thorns are probably gonna like destroy, you know, the Renans or LENEGIS entirely or whatever, or maybe not. But regardless, that shit is gonna be let go, and we're gonna have to not have Shion in the party and fight her thorns. That is my theory right there for final boss. But I could be completely wrong. Obviously, there's still that red lady we have to worry about. We'll see.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you. You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean?
My dude's a tank.
Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain,
Ass.
that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
My
I'm
contract.
being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams, but a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it.
Next. Yeah, there she is. Talk to me, owl girl.
Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard, how could I?
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that that was the type of person she was, you know? But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
I'm sure it made her happy, knowing you were there for her.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her. When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Rinwell.
It's come a long way. I used to hate Shion, remember that? They used to be complete, like, opposites. Shion even pointed a gun to her in the beginning of the game. I've come a long way, for real. It does feel like in-game downing on the main story, at least. Those post-game content that I'll probably end up doing on a few streams, but yeah. For main story, it definitely feels it. So, see.
Did you know?
You mean about Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
At least you figured it out in time, though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her, no matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point, but I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay. Are we done with... No, it's Shion, of course. Yeah. Wait, what is that in the... That's not Ciclodia, is it? No. I'm not for certain. Yeah, what is that in the distance right there? Or is that where Volron was?
Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry.
Shit.
As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Danans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone. But in that room with Deadheim, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the blazing sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two, and before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renans. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shion.
But then, I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Danans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you until the very end.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that.
No, if we do succeed in keeping her alive after extracting thorns, then I wonder if her appetite will go back to normal. Maybe it's the thorns the entire time that she's been able to eat a crap ton of food. But yeah, I hope for her sake that's not the case and she can still binge. I would hate to lose that ability. Like, I'll keep my thorns, thank you very much. Give me a mountain of cinnamon cakes. Oh man.
Everyone well rested?
What's my new recipe, by the way?
Then let's
I wasn't
go.
able to go to the campsite menu.
Depart for LENEGIS.
We need to cook though, Alphen. Hang on. Yeah, let me rest. Let me get some dialogue going. I know, it's a very sad situation, isn't it? So.
Huh? Why are you staring at me?
Oh, we thought we'd turn the tables and critique your appearance for a change.
It's not fair if we're the only ones subjected to it.
Well.
What?
Did you guys hear? Apparently, she found that dress of hers in some old ruins.
Alphen, we haven't heard from you yet. Would you care to tell us your verdict?
Sure, I guess. To be honest, when I first saw Shion in that dress, I
Quit it!
was absolutely captivated.
All right, I think that's enough fun for one day.
Man. Okay. Okay, alright. A funny business here. Yes, we want to cook before resting. Okay, what's the new recipe? Is it the fish steak? Boss fish? Oh god, no. What is this? Experience boost medium. Oh, that's something to look out for post-game content. Sure, man. Need to find the boss fish, get some new rods for real, and farm up some of these fish steaks. That looks delicious, man. Looks delicious. Straight out of the air fryer, too. What did I get? Oh, there's vitamin smoothie. Where's Vitz at? Where's Vitz? Oh, grilled wrapping? That's what it was? Not grilled mushrooms. Oh, grilled rapig. There you go. Wrapping. That's funny. Rapig meat, pepper. Earned combat points up medium. That's just for like farming though, right? Combat points is like that gauge on the right side of the screen. Where it has like the diamond or whatever. So yeah, you mentioned I had to catch all the other fish first, so I'm gonna have to do that off screen for sure. Once I beat this main story. But yeah, maybe this is not the best right here. Maybe we do CP recovery, right? So like this has been pretty nice the entire time. It would be nice to have like a medium one, not a small right here, but also attack up as well. That's something to think about. And again, let's see. Wait, though, this is medium right here. We do this. So yeah, we do this. Boom.
I came out great. Everyone's gonna be real surprised.
Boom. Law or Doalim? I think we talked to Law pretty recently, so I think I went like Kisara, Law, Renwell. Shion hasn't had any dialogue at the camp for a while, so we go Doalim.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? Another fine day for journeying, huh?
Tell me, do you ever find yourself tiring of the vagabond existence?
It's better than being enslaved, that's for sure. I get to pick my own destination, for starters. You don't get those luxuries as a slave.
Shackle a man's feet, and you put a clamp on his heart as well.
Then there was the food. Gross slop that left you in a permanent state of hunger. Ugh, you wouldn't believe the things I ate to keep from starving. What about you? This must all sound pretty alien to someone who used to be a lord.
Is that a hint of interest in my past I detect?
I guess that's one way to put it.
Well, certainly starvation was never a concern I had to contend with. The day-to-day grind was largely taken care of for me. I even had help getting in and out of clothes.
Damn.
All that was required of me was standing still while looking solemn.
Man, I couldn't do that.
That's quite the downgrade you've made.
So awkward.
It's a wonder you don't sound more bitter.
This might surprise you, but I actually don't find our current situation all that disagreeable. My own hardships paled in comparison to yours, granted. But life as a lord came laden with its own restrictions. Forgive me. Such complaints must sound like feeble extravagances to a Danon.
True, Renan opulence doesn't feature high on my sympathy list. And again, yours isn't exactly a normal case.
I suppose it's not. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder how much easier life would have been without the trappings of nobility.
You really mean that?
Pay me no heed. Not but the ramblings of a privileged eccentric. Whatever my past, it has led to my being here. That is all the reality I need concern myself with.
I don't recall us ever revisiting like that that vision he had or whatever of his past, where he killed like a like either it was a brother or it was like his good friend, and then that lady said, "I'll never forgive you." Like none of that I recall revisit. So maybe we get something later in Lenegis for that. Also, there's the music thing as well. I want to see him just
we should call it a
sit
day.
down and rip out a violin solo, man. I would love to see that.
Shall we get moving?
Yes, we shall. All right. Livestock has already reached maturity. All right. Hang on. Do it once over here on items and stuff like that too. I think we're okay. That didn't take long at all. Oh, it was just the chicken. Okay. Chicken comes first, I suppose. We'll put a horse in there. Imagine, like, Law speaking up. I think the animals at the ranch have come to maturity right before the final boss. Like, I'm waiting for it, man. If that happens, oh man, I would absolutely love it. Okay, I think we're okay here. What is a grape gel? This is, oh no, 2,800 to one ally. Okay, nah, we're fine. We're fine. Go. All right, we didn't spend any money. Sarah, are you happy? All right, let's switch over to Alphen actually to go up to LENEGIS. Feels appropriate. How do we switch? There we go. Taking off. All right, we're finally heading up there.
Well, it's the moment of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that. You're going to jinx us.
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
A name? You know, I'm not sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one, right? I was thinking something like...
Fall Knights.
Huh?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the skies.
Perfect. There's the Back to the Future theme again.
Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
Not sure I'm completely convinced, but, well, it's as good a name as any. From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
Cool.
Okay, people. We have two goals. First, we need to get to LENEGIS and make the Renans finally leave Dana alone. And then, we need to figure out the truth behind Shion's thorns and find a way to save her. Sound good? All right, then let's go.
Yeah, I say we have a good hour in the stream left over at the very least, because I can't stop here. I absolutely cannot stop here. I'm in it. McFly! I love they stole the Back to the Future melody, man. I wonder if they even knew. It's so iconic. Like, I get that that's a Japanese composer, but like, still, they're heavily influenced by Western music too.
You know, I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence, crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, all the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
Nothing like realizing how small you are to put everything into perspective. Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Danans feel pretty small too, huh?
How much longer until we reach LENEGIS?
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that case, she's all yours.
Boom. Disbanded again. Can't say it together.
Everything okay, Shion? You seem a little different.
Different? Like in a bad way different?
No, not at all. You seem more driven lately, like you found a zest for life. It suits you.
Rinwell's not even in the room. Okay. Talking to everybody again.
Is something wrong?
No. I was merely thinking how it had been 7 years, that's all.
You mean since you became a lord and left Lenegis? I guess even someone like you can get homesick, huh?
I am as prone to sentimentality as any other. Tell me though, you too have a history with Lenegis. A traumatic one, no less. This trip will probably mean facing up to some difficult emotions. Doesn't that frighten you?
Well, it is a place where I took the lives of countless people. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about it. But I can't keep running forever. The past is what it is. There's no changing that. But the future's what we make it.
I see.
Dohalim?
Alphen for president.
I was wrong to pry. We have more pressing matters to address. Come back and speak to me when you finish looking around the ship.
Yeah, what goodies do we have around the ship here that we can access? Do we have like a shop hub? Can we make our weapons and get items and all that stuff that we need? Invest and cook, all that.
We'll be going to Lenegis soon.
This must feel like a homecoming of sorts to you, huh? What was life on Lenegis like back then? You know, before you came to Dana.
Let's just say, I don't have many happy memories. I've had thorns my whole life, for as long as I can remember. They called it treatment, but in truth, they were just using me as a guinea pig for their research.
You mean, they experimented on you?
That's right. All I was to them was a riddle to solve. They poked and prodded me, trying to figure out what triggered my thorns or changed the form they took. Day in and day out, every single day, one test after another. I'm still surprised they didn't try to dissect me. The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. How could I forget it? Reeling from the pain, like I was a monster or something. Some existence, huh? A blight on any I touched, helplessly complicit in their pain. I thought things couldn't get any worse, but then they did. I started to have nightmares, visions of the coming apocalypse. Is it any wonder I lacked a cheery disposition? Unable to so much as touch another soul. Loneliness was my best friend. Sure, I survived, but with the knowledge that one day I'd be swallowed up by oblivion. And that's when it hit me. If I was going to die, then it should mean something. If I have to sacrifice myself to save the world, so be it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you relive that.
No, it's fine. I'm in a much better place now.
You say it's your destiny to die so that others can live. But why not the other way around? Why shouldn't we be the ones dying to save you?
Are you crazy? Why would you sacrifice your life for...
That's exactly my point. Why should you have to give up your life just because you drew the short straw in the destiny stakes? How is that even right? It's that logic that's used to justify slavery, as if some of us were just meant to be sacrificed. This struggle was never about saving only ourselves. But that doesn't mean we have to give up our own lives to save everyone else's either. If we're doing this to protect people, if we're doing this to save the world from destruction, then that has to include saving each other as well.
A world free of sacrifice. That's what you've been fighting for all along, isn't it?
Not just me. We're in this together, remember? This fight is yours too, Shion. If we're going to win, everyone has to win. There can be no room for losers in this fight. How I see it, the true nature of our struggle.
A victory without losers. But that means that a Danon victory over Rena can't be the end. Do you think we can pull it off?
You bet we can pull it off. We have to. It's the only hope we have of things ever changing.
Yeah, you're right. No one's ever changed the future without aiming for the stars. We can do this. Together.
Oh yeah. Very nice she's finally come around. Able to let go of that stress, man. Okay. A victory without losers. No time for losers. We are the champion. Fuck.
Hey, Alphen, listen to this! So Law and I were just talking and...
Hey, shut up!
What's got Law all flustered?
Only that he's afraid of flying, the big
Ooh.
baby. And after all that fuss he made about naming the ship, too.
Hey, I never said I was scared. I just think it's, a little unsettling how we're going to be cruising through space in a glorified tin can. That's all.
It's a starship, dummy. That's what it's supposed to do. I don't think there's anything strange about it.
Well, maybe you're the one with the problem then.
Guys. I'm no expert, but I think we can trust Renan technology. It got me to Dana in one piece, remember?
Oh, that's a good point. If you think so, Alphen, it must be okay. Don't you agree, Law?
Hard to argue with that, seeing how you hitched a ride in one of these things before, Alphen. It's just wrong, okay?
Poor Law. Well, Kisara did not like the water, so Law does not like space. Fears everywhere, right? Phobias galore. Kisara's back here.
You okay? Feeling airsick?
Actually, now that you mention it, not at all.
Of course.
These starships are a remarkably smooth ride, all things considered. Nothing like being at sea, thank goodness.
Glad to hear it. That device there caught your eye, huh?
I was just wondering what it is. It looks big enough to fit a person inside of it.
It's a healing pod. It fixes injuries and illnesses.
Here we go. There's our rest
You
site.
don't say. Well, that should definitely come in handy if any of us get injured while we're down there.
Into the ship and heal.
Alphen? Was it something I said?
No, I was just thinking back to when I escaped LENEGIS, that's all. What with the ceremony and losing control, I was a total mess. Naori laid me inside here.
So, you're saying you got in this thing straight after escaping? But that mean you were inside for 300 years?
Yes, it sounds crazy, I know. But don't even ask me why I stayed asleep all that time.
That's definitely quite some lie-in, all right. But still, whether you meant to or not, I sure am glad that it's this century that you finally woke up in.
What do you mean?
With the amount of fighting we've done, we would have never made it this far without you.
Facts.
And not only that, but... Alphen, can you recall back to what it is that I said to you? Back when we left Menancia? About the dream of coexistence, and needing to learn what it entailed?
Of course. That's why you came with us, right? To learn what you couldn't at home.
Even in that time, I was well aware that what I was living was a lie. But at the same time, I also felt really compelled to fulfill my brother's wishes. I'll always remember him fondly. But the coexistence we're fighting for isn't for him. It's for people now, and those still to come. The world's bigger than just Menancia. My dream is for all Danans, wherever they might be, to be free. If I've learned anything on this journey, it's that. And the one who brought me along was you, Alphen. I'll forever be grateful to you.
Well, we're not out of this forest just yet. You should probably save your thanks. At least, until we've dealt with the Red Woman.
I know. But whatever we find when we get down there, I'm through looking the other way.
Kisara.
Probably getting a little ahead of myself, huh? Let's take things one step at a time.
Hey. Oh, talk to Dolan. Alright. Time to push this forward, man. Get there. Whoops.
Is everyone about ready? We'll soon be making preparations to land.
Before we do that, just what exactly should we expect when we get down there?
Kisara has a point. Now that I think of it, I don't know the first thing about LENEGIS.
I'd like to hear more too. It's been centuries since I was last there, and they didn't exactly give me the grand tour.
Very well. First and foremost, LENEGIS was the base of operations in charge of the crown contest on Dana. Of course, it also happens to be a city in its own right, complete with its own independent society. Its social structure is based on a strict hierarchy. Put simply, the strength of an individual's astral arts carries great weight.
Enough to determine someone's social rank, you mean? But astral arts are innate, right? So people's positions are fixed at birth.
They can be honed with the right training, and there are admittedly other factors at play. But yes, that's basically the gist. As a result, family lines that churn out lords and their contenders wield disproportionate influence, and those lineages are treated as nobility.
Those capable of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass, denied the right to descend to Dana even if they wanted to. Still, even the lowest rung on the Renan ladder is considered superior to being a Danan. Keep that in mind down there.
Thanks for the warning. As a lord, Dohalim must have been pretty high up in the pecking order, right? What about you, Shion?
Come on, you've seen her skill with astral arts. You really need to ask?
Fair point.
On arts alone, you're right. I'd have been sitting pretty. But you're forgetting my thorns. They weren't exactly an invitation to high society.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's refreshing to be around someone who says what they're thinking. Life's less complicated that way.
Facts.
Jeez, give backhanded compliments much?
Wait a second. Are you? He is! Law's blushing!
I am not!
Of course, separating people into castes based on something arbitrary like arts is discrimination at its worst. As if such simplistic criteria could ever be a measure of someone's worth.
So this red woman, are we expecting to find her on LENEGIS?
I would wager so. LENEGIS is too deeply involved in all this to discard the possibility. Chances are she's also connected to the Renis Alma being stolen from us in Pelegion.
If the Renis Alma is being used to exploit Dana, we need to take it back at all costs.
That red woman's got a lot to answer for. Just as well I've got a ton of questions.
We're about to land. The descent could be a little bumpy, so brace yourselves.
If there are clues about your thorns out there, Shion, we'll find them.
Oh, wow. Are we landing?
There's no one here. I wasn't expecting a welcome mat, but still.
LENEGIS's infrastructure is largely automated. Besides, people won't be expecting incoming traffic while the crown contest is still underway.
Do you think anyone realizes that we're here?
We may not have received a royal welcome, but I doubt our entrance went unnoticed. Don't let your guard down.
I really hope we don't have to fight anybody while we're here.
So now what? We've come all this way on a hunch that this red woman is here, right? And if we're lucky, the Renis Alma too. Any idea where we should start looking?
There is an area of the city that is accessible only to the Sovereigns, known as the Forbidden Zone. That seems as good a place as any for us to start.
Forbidden? What are they hiding?
I don't know, hence my desire to find out. Fortunately, we just so happen to have a Sovereign in our midst.
This is true.
In any case, changing the shape of a huge structure such as LENEGIS would have required an immense source of power.
Then you think that source might have been the Renis Alma?
Precisely. Alphen said that he remembered the Renis Alma being used in the spirit channeling ceremony 3 centuries ago. Whatever the ceremony's purpose, if preparations are underway for it to be held once more, then the Renis Alma might be in the same place as last time, possibly together with the Red Woman. Hiding something of that worth in the residential quarters would only court trouble. In which case...
It stands to reason we should be looking somewhere normally out of bounds. Is that it?
Indeed.
But it's been over 300 years since I was made a sovereign. You can't seriously think I'll be able to waltz right into the place after all this time.
There's only one way to find out. If there's even a chance you can get us in, I say we give it a shot.
Shion's right. Who knows? We might even find a clue to her thorns while we're at it.
All right. It's not like we're swimming in leads, so let's try to track down the Forbidden Zone.
Wait.
Beyond that wall lies a city full of Renans. The capital city where Shion and Dohalim used to live, no less. Who knows what we'll find on the other side.
Adena for a minute. Where we come from. Rotating. Very cool. We have a scene.
Thinking about what could be lurking out here is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
For such a loudmouth, you sure can be a worrywart at times.
Oh, I'm sorry. How stupid of me for wanting us to stay safe.
Would you two children stop squabbling?
Go.
Or do you want everyone to know we're here?
So how many Renans actually live in this place?
I couldn't tell you exactly, though not as many as you might expect. Machines and Zeugles take care of most of the city's basic functions.
There's Zeugles out here too, huh? Sounds like we can't afford to let our guard down after all.
Let's move. This is when we come back healing, right? So we can return to the ship at any time. Take off, though. Take off. Okay. Regardless, moving on. I love Law and Rinwell. They are so cute together. Yeah, a match made in heaven, right? Whoa. Already undergoing some construction here? What the hell is this? Looks like a safe place up there. Okay. Very weird start to this. What happened here?
What in the world?
This being Renan territory, I was prepared for a lot of things to look different. But this is a bit more than I anticipated.
The very foundations of the city have shifted. What could have caused this?
When LENEGIS changed shape, it must have had an effect on the interior too.
Maybe when they sent the wedge down to Dana?
But they wouldn't move around the places where people live. These are their homes, right?
I would think the citizens themselves didn't have much say in the matter. Either way, locating the Forbidden Zone just became that much trickier.
Dohalim? Is that you?
Friend?
Avakir, I'm glad to see you're well.
So it is you! But why are you here? Shouldn't you be down on Dana participating in the crown contest? And these people!
So you haven't heard what happened on Dana, then?
Heard what?
Someone you know?
An old friend.
Hey, Dohalim, don't tell me you've started keeping company with...
They're with me. More importantly, what's happened here?
I'm really not sure. The city's foundations began to shift without warning, and now everything looks like this. We're all waiting for the Sovereign to tell us what's happening, but so far...
Avakir, listen to me. We're looking for the Forbidden Zone. Do you have any idea where we might find it?
The Forbidden Zone? What business could you possibly have there?
Trust me. The less you know, the better.
You're just the same as ever. I wish I could help, but what with the changed topography, I can barely locate my own home. Let alone the Forbidden Zone.
Very well. It looks like we'll have to find the way there ourselves.
Have you seen Faria yet?
No.
I see. Well, nothing much has changed with her. If anything, she's probably even more...
I can well imagine.
Why did you come back? You know it can only result in pain for you both.
I've no doubt of that.
You really are the same as ever. Fine, I understand. Just don't say I didn't warn you. And take care of yourself, okay, Do?
Nickname. Faria was probably the girl in that
So
vision
who's
that we saw.
Faria?
Yeah.
Law?
If what Avakir said is true, it would seem the people of Lenegis are being kept in the dark about what's happening down on Dana.
They seem to be just as clueless about what's going on up here in their own world. Despite the fact that it's actually here that the wedge originally came from.
We need more information. Let's talk to the citizens, see what we can find out.
While we're at it, we can ask them about the Red Woman, too.
And don't forget about finding the way to the Forbidden Zone either.
Let's leave the talking to Shion. We can't have a bunch of Danins poking their noses around.
Good idea. I think that's for the best.
I shall assist.
You sure?
Being a lord on Lenegis has its advantages.
Right. Then we'll leave it to you two.
Yeah, they're gonna be valuable here. I don't think we're
Danins
fighting for the rest of the episode here,
keep our
fam.
heads down.
What if
Like-
people freak out?
I shall
Talking,
explain
which
it
is
away
fine.
by saying I'm leading you.
What are we, dogs?
Another scene. Just got scene after
What
scene.
could
It's
be
fine.
so important? It's worth destroying people's livelihoods and homes in the process. It's just... unbelievable. Uprooting an entire city as if it were mere building blocks. Someone's got an awful lot of questions to answer.
From how it looks, they must be siphoning off astral energy from Dana, and then sending it to Rena.
But why do all this? What for? Surely they can't be using all that energy for the crown contest.
Whatever their purpose, disrupting their siphoning process alone won't be sufficient. Not while we still don't know what their endgame is.
He's right. We need to stop this from happening ever again.
This Forbidden Zone might be where we find some answers, right? So what are we waiting for? Let's get moving!
You heard him. We don't have time to stop and chat. Let's move.
And scene right away. See, another scene right away. Let's not stop and chat. Let's get moving. Except,
So, I've been wondering, do you think when Lenegis was built, it was even made with people living here in mind?
What do you mean?
Well, none of this happened by coincidence, right? They must have designed it to transform like this. But then, if they knew people were going to live here, you'd think they would have taken that into consideration to avoid all this chaos.
Ordinarily, yes. You'd think so. Trust me, as far as we were concerned, Lenegis was our home, nothing more. No one knew about all this. It makes you wonder whether the city was just built on as an afterthought. But if so, to what exactly?
Sorry, that probably sounded weird, huh?
Not at all. Sometimes it takes an outsider's eye to help you notice what you've been missing all along. This place is a mystery, that's for sure. Something tells me we'll find answers where we're going, though.
Yeah, you're right, Shion. I'm sure we will.
okay, this is a big area right here. What to do? 3 different points. Map action for CP, really? Okay. Check that out. What's first, though? First is up here.
Oh, dear me. What an unspeakable mess this has all become. Just look at the state of our city. Even the Zeugles have stopped heeding our commands. Whatever did we do to deserve this?
You really have no clue what might have caused this?
Would that I have. Alas, there was no warning, no prior decree. His Highness must have deemed it unnecessary for us to know. We have no choice but to grin and bear it. But do my eyes deceive me? Could I really be standing in the presence of his lordship, Dohalim of the House Ilkaris? I believed he was on Dana.
Your eyes do not deceive you. It is I, one and the same. I have returned to fulfill a special duty, the details of which I cannot divulge.
As your lordship wishes. First LENEGIS mutates beyond recognition, now this unexpected visit. The Sovereign's plans are inscrutable indeed. The Ilkaris house has produced a great many lords over the centuries. I shall be praying for your victory in the latest crown contest.
Your good wishes do me an honor.
Yeah. Let's see. Back here. And we have a few things for loot. Like this. Strawberries. Exactly what we came up here for. We had that nasty lettuce on Dana. Now we come up here and get strawberries. We have moved up. Literally. In universe. Yeah. You need help. In all my... Wait, elderly running woman. In all my years, never have I seen such potent healing arts. Thank you so much for taking the time to help an older woman like me. I couldn't tell right away. I was like, okay. I expected the white hair and gray hair or whatever, so. Fancy parfait recipe. Alright. Thank you for that. The elderly woman recipes are the best recipe.
I know the basics of healing arts, but
and my
skills pale in comparison.
Boom. Strawberries again. Orange. Ooh, I will take orange gels. Let's go. Let's go. Hello.
Your lordship. Oh, what a great honor it is to finally meet you. I descended to Dana during the last crown contest also. Alas, when the contender I was backing failed to clinch the title, I returned. I witnessed the deaths of so many slaves.
Indeed.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're looking for a woman dressed all in red. Have you seen anyone of that description?
All red, eh? No, I can't say I remember anyone like that. I imagine she'd stand out somewhat, too.
Yeah. What about down on Dana during the crown contest? You didn't see anyone like that hanging around the lord you were serving?
What's with all these questions? I've never seen her, okay? Not recently or otherwise. Why do you want to find her anyway?
Never mind. Forget I asked. Sorry to take up your time.
Yeah, big help he was. That's one. Any more loot? We'll find someone to play.
Is everything okay? You look a little lost.
Hmm? Oh, yes. I can't seem to find my way home is all. I was just about to make my umpteenth attempt at a new route.
I was hoping to head this way myself. The situation is a real pain, huh?
I suppose the Sovereign knows best. I daren't stay here too long, though. A lower caste can only linger around these parts for so long before I outstay my welcome. I was hoping to avoid it, but maybe I'll have to go that way after all.
You mean you know another way round?
Lord Dohalim Ilkaris! But how? Last I heard, you were in Dana competing in the crown contest.
Yes, strange, isn't it? If you know another route, we'd be grateful if you could tell us.
But of course. Please forgive me. There's a wall that sprung up ahead of here, with what looks to be an entrance in it. I thought maybe it was a passageway between the different quarters, but I've no way of knowing for sure.
It's worth investigating, at least. I shall go and assess the situation. In the meantime, wait for me here. If it looks safe, I'll come and let you know.
You'd really do that for me? A lord troubling himself for someone of my lowly status?
Our lot in life is of little consequence. We are both Renan, first and foremost.
Oh, Why, yes, my lord. Thank you.
Well, we've canvassed the city for information. What do you think?
No one has the faintest idea what's happened to the city after all. They haven't heard the news about the crown contest either.
You'd think that info would easily find its way up here. Has it always been like that?
Not to this extent, which would indicate that something's suppressing the truth, that LENEGIS is under some kind of control.
Given everything that's happened to their city, the people here seem weirdly okay with it all.
Yeah, that one guy even said his Zoogle had stopped listening to him. If that's true, these people are in big trouble.
Everything that happens here is attributed to the Sovereign's will. It's the way people have been conditioned. Their belief runs deep. Nothing happens devoid of a reason. To them, it's all part of the Sovereign's grand plan.
The Sovereign's plan. There is one thing I'm still not sure about. Just who is this person ruling over LENEGIS?
Thank you. I've been wondering
The
this.
Sovereign, of course. He rules from Rena while presiding over both Rena and LENEGIS.
Without the lords or anyone in the middle doing his dirty work? Isn't Rena at least the same size as Dana? That's a pretty big dominion for one person to rule over. I would have thought ruling LENEGIS alone would be difficult enough.
The points you make are valid, though I confess I'd never given it much thought before. Here, the Sovereign's total authority is as natural as night turning to day. Come to think of it, I know nothing of the nature of how Rena itself is. Shion, have you ever been... No, forgive me. Have you met or crossed paths with, or even heard of someone who's actually made a visit to the homeland?
No, I haven't.
Neither have I. In which case, I would imagine that... But no, surely not. Can it really be that no citizen of LENEGIS has ever been there?
Hold up, what are you getting at, Dohalim?
Assuming what I believe to be correct, it's possible that no one on LENEGIS has ever laid eyes on the actual Renan homeworld itself.
Oh, wow.
No one but the Sovereign, that is.
But what about trade and communication? There's got to be a flow back and forth, surely.
Not if the Sovereign is imposing his will on LENEGIS single-handedly. It could be a one-way street.
But I thought you said that the Sovereign's all the way over on Rena. If that's the case, can he really rule directly over LENEGIS from so far away? What if something were to happen to the city, like now?
I'm beginning to wonder what the nature of this Sovereign even is. Alphen said he was forced into the role, right? Just before the ceremony. But Sovereign is also the title given to the almighty Renan ruler. So which one is it?
Whoever wins the crown contest inherits the throne from his or her predecessor, before becoming ruler over all of Rena and LENEGIS. Thereafter, that individual is known as the Sovereign. Though, it would appear that the current ruler has gone silent. As for how Volron factors into all this, at this point, I no longer know what to believe.
3 centuries ago, I became the Sovereign here on LENEGIS. No, not just became, I was forced to. Me, a Danon. 300 years later, we cross paths with Volron, who also bears the Sovereign's crest. That's not the only thing we have in common. We both became Sovereign without winning the crown contest.
Do you think Volron was made sovereign for the same reason? Because of that ceremony?
I can't say for sure, but it certainly sounds like it.
But that would mean that 2 sovereigns would need to exist at any one time. One whose job it is to rule, and the other for ceremonial purposes. We never did see Volron's body back in Ganeth Haros. Is a new ceremony underway with Volron at its center this time? Could that be what's causing all this strange activity here?
Wait a second. You don't think Volron and the Red Woman are working together, do you? The ceremony can't go forward without the Renis Alma. The same one that the Red Woman stole.
There's something else the ceremony needs. A maiden. And unless there's another one out there aside from me...
Questions, questions, and yet more questions. Ones that it seems will remain unanswered, until we can establish the Sovereign's identity.
If the Forbidden Zone really is off-limits to everyone but the Sovereign, that seems as good a place as any to start. For the sake of liberating Dana, too.
Then it's decided. That's where we need to go.
One of the citizens mentioned a passage that she thought might lead to another section of the city. It could point us in the right direction. Let's go find it.
Word. And there's another scene. Lenegis' citizenry. Oi, oi, oi. Hang on. No, no. Okay. I didn't think it would push forward.
With nobody left to run the show, I wonder what the people here are supposed to do. I mean, their sovereigns up on the Renan homeworld, and all their lords were sent to Dana.
But Dohalim was a lord, right?
Only current acting lords have power. Renan society is quite strict about such matters.
Even if the other lords were still around, I doubt they'd be able to do much about the situation.
I wonder what they'd think if they were here to see Lenegis now. Balsif, Ganabelt, Almadria, and Volron.
I don't think, definitely don't think Balsef or Almadria would care that much. Maybe Ganabelt and maybe Volron, but I don't know.
Now that I think of it, aside from Dohalim, we know next to nothing about the other lords.
Well, yeah, why would we? To us Danans, they were just enemies we needed to overthrow. Nothing more.
Right.
I know. But seeing Renans in their own city, going about their day-to-day lives, it gets you thinking.
It feels strange to imagine the lords living here too, you mean?
Yeah, a little.
If you're that curious about them, why not try inquiring with some of the locals? Every lord in their household has their share of supporters here on Lenegis. And luckily for us, the people here are unaware of the events on Dana, which means they should be more inclined to talk to us.
Oh, new main quest? Okay. Or maybe a side quest. Oh no. One moment.
I didn't realize Renans oppressed their own kind, too.
And yet, weirdly, none of them seem to mind. Am I the only one who finds that strange?
It is the way things have always been, so no one thinks to question it. You have experience in that regard yourself, do you not?
Unquestioning acceptance of your own servitude. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Even so, the quality of life here seems much higher than any Danan city we visited. I used to think it was impossible to build an ideal society without wealth. But I suppose having it doesn't always mean people are treated fairly either.
More to the point, not a single citizen seems to have even heard of the Red Woman.
What if she's not here? What if it turns out we're looking in the wrong place entirely?
It's still too early to say anything for sure.
For all we know, she might be able to blend in, move around unnoticed. I say we hold off judgment until we've exhausted every avenue.
More scenes. The art of conversation. We're getting a lot of that.
Dohalim, has that skill of yours got a name?
And what skill would this be, pray tell?
You know, when you're talking to people around town. The way they suddenly become putty in your hands.
It's called charm.
I'm afraid I don't quite follow.
I do. It's called friendly intimidation. Look imposing and speak in a deep, booming voice, and presto, you'll have people wrapped around your finger in no time.
I would never stoop to such scandalous tricks. Any feelings of intimidation are solely in the eye of the beholder.
So there is a knack to it! How do you learn it? Can anyone do it?
Now you've got me curious. Is there special training to master?
Wow.
Let's see. An obsession with being elegant is a must. Oh, and it helps to be old-fashioned, too. Bonus points if you speak in a way no one can understand.
If you've a bone to pick with me, it'd be quicker to just come out and say it.
What? They look up to you, that's all. I'm just helping them along.
Hey! What's got into Alvin and Law all of a sudden?
I can barely understand a word they're saying. And what's with the weird poses? Was it something they ate?
I hope you're willing to take the blame for this one.
I wasn't expecting them to take me so seriously. I'll go and have a word with them.
It's okay. Like, Alpha and Law are just trying to level up their speechcraft ability, right? Level 100 speechcraft. Grind it out right now. Feels it. Yo. Okay. Yeah, this is more conversation pieces, right? With side quests. Okay. Got you. We'll talk to these. I need to find a save point. Actually, no, I can just save right now. Let me clear this up. We are almost at 2 hours. I have to go meet my brother, so I need to I need to say goodbye on this episode, like in a couple minutes here, so let's clear this up. Wanted to get further, but no. You want to know which lord I support. Why? Are you out of canvassing for someone? I'm with His Excellency Erwalsi Teldillis. Is that how you say that? Teldillis? Erwalsi Teldillis. Who the hell is that? You probably know him better as Lord Balsef. That was his real name? What? His real name was Erwalsi Teldillis. That does not fit his stature. I'm just saying, like, you go up to a big burly dude that has a whole bunch of firepower. What is his name? Erwalsi. No. No. We'll stick with the ballsack name. I know a lot of people consider him to be a giant brute. Believe me, I realize he can be a aggressive man. What those people don't realize is how much he looks after the members of his house. Fair to say that House Teldillis does enjoy much esteem. Those of us who serve it will be the first to admit them.
Yes!
I'm actually talking like he sounds. Yes! I picked the right voice, but His Excellency always stands up against any who would mean us harm. Of that we can be sure. Now we see why he went with Balsef. Yeah, for sure. Exactly. He hated his name. Oh man. Why the name change in the first place, though, is my question. Like, his efforts in the crown contest aren't only for his family, but to improve the standing of each and every member of his house. Is he really that considerate for other people? Does not seem it whatsoever.
Yes!
I owe so much to His Excellency. I could never dream of serving any other lord. This guy, I'm calling cap on this one.
Balsef had it in him to care about someone other than himself? Really?
It's possible. A change in position can do much to alter one's perspective.
So even he might have had something he wanted to protect.
I'm still calling cap. Sorry. I don't know. Maybe he was driven into a rage by some event. Okay. Lord Dohalim, you have returned. Ah, and I see you've brought aides with you. You remember who I am, my lord? Surely you must, yes? Not only do I support House Ilkaris, but more specifically, his lordship personally. So much so, I've been trying share my appreciation of his lordship to any who will listen. In fact, I was planning to publish my extensive writings on the subject through this very terminal for all to read and enjoy. But since the lines appear to be cut due to the recent tumult, I've been unable to upload them. I know, since you're all here, I'll just read them aloud. Oh boy, here we go. Ahem. There exists a most handsome man, a man who radiates beauty, whose every word, every syllable is divine poetry. He hails from the famed house Ilkaris, and his name, Lord Dohalim. Music is his passion. I love that about Dohalim. The arts is his great love. The scores of boorish, uncouth men of this land cannot begin to compare to its magnificence. This is a lot for me. My God. So refined and majestic is his posture. Why, the mere thought of it brings me to ecstasy. Once he becomes our sovereign, Rena shall bloom anew, ushering in an era of prosperity for our grand civilization. Man, Dohalim is eating this up. Look at him. Look at him. Until that glorious day comes, I shall forever be praying for his victory, morning, noon, and night. I'm also tired. Well, what did you think, my lord? I poured my whole heart into it, hoping to capture your essence. Wait, I forgot to mention anything about his lordship's love for collecting things. I must take this time while the lines are down to a pendant. Only then will my masterpiece be complete. She's very passionate. I gotta give it to her, for real. My goodness.
I guess
we should go to poetry night.
Spread it throughout all of LENEGIS then.
Good thing the lines were
Do
down.
they even have those anymore? Poetry
It
nights?
almost sounded like she was praising them too.
I've never ever been to
More
one.
to the guy than at first
But
glance.
yeah,
I shall refrain from comment.
that was a thing, right? Maybe still a thing. All right. Who are you speaking about? Well, I never think anyone would try to tear me away from House Valkyris. Wait, House Valkyris. That's Genabelt, right?
What?
No. Wait. What do you want? Don't tell me you work for Lord Dohalim or that dreadful Lord Almadria, do you? You don't? Well, don't scare me like that. Answer your question. I come from a family that has served House Valkyris for generations. Yeah, it wasn't Genabelt's last name Valkyris, right? Yeah, there you go. Indeed, I'm doing all I can to support Lord Genabelt behind the scenes so that he might emerge victorious. We have some news. We have some news. Law punched that motherfucker right into a big-ass machine, and he fried. He fried. His killer is right in front of your face. So, many think him to be a cruel man, but I insist they're utterly mistaken. False. False, bitch. You have no idea. Though I won't deny he can be strict, he puts Rena's interests front and center like no one else. Why he advocates that rather than stay confined to LENEGIS. We should get on with colonizing Dana and expand our horizons. That way we will become masters of both worlds and overturn our current minority status on Dana's surface. That is why he seeks to become our next sovereign. Tell me, is there a greater, more noble ambition than that? I think not. It is a pursuit of power for the advancement of all our kind. It is what makes him an exemplary lord, a model above all others. Though I was unable to accompany him myself, my two sons have been blessed with the honor of joining him on the surface. Sons. As their father, it fills me with endless pride. Maybe they were soldiers?
Ganabelt was
Maybe
so
we killed them?
horrible to people.
Sorry?
Yet he was invested in helping Rena succeed. Doesn't that seem just a little inconsistent?
Yeah. Feeling it.
I'm perhaps biased in this matter, I admit. However, in my mind, while all lords vie to become the next sovereign, they're also meant to serve as guardians of all of Rena.
It seems like Ganabelt also had people he cared about until the very end.
So why couldn't he extend that to us Danans?
Okay, some healing going on. Yeah. Okay, yes, I'm gonna have to save here, chat. This has been a long one, a lot of story. We covered a ton of stuff, and I'm very happy we got some clarity, especially with Shion. That scene tore us up, gave me goosebumps. So, almost tears, but, you know, is what it is. But, yeah, I'm finally glad she can just let go of that stress and be open with everybody, finally. So, that was a big moment. Anyways, I'll call it here. Thank you very much for tuning in this Saturday morning. I'll be back next Saturday for sure. And same time, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll hopefully get into some big-ass fights and maybe even beat the main story. Who knows how long we have over here, but there's also Rena to go to, right? So maybe we have two really big areas ahead. So, anyways, I'm your host, Vago Sonare. You all take care. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later, Lunari. Peace. Bye. Fun.